Episode 339. It's another beautiful night on the Azim Steppe. Even more beautiful and peaceful now than ever, since we won the Nodum. I'm not exactly sure what the rules of the Nodum are, like when someone gets put in charge of all the other tribes. Because even before this, when the Sun, the Oranir and Magni were the leaders, it still seemed like they were at each other's throats, and, well, it wasn't really like leadership, it was... I'm not sure what it was. But I guess we're the leaders now, or whatever that is. I guess we'll find out. I honestly don't remember how this works out. Oh. I guess we also have flying, so, we can go visit these other places in a sec, that we haven't gone on the map yet. We're about to head into a new area, so we're gonna wrap up a few things before we leave this area, starting with the main quest. We read all this last time. Yeah. The new, Morinkur we got. Or her, I'm not sure. A traditional instrument of the Azim Steppe's nomadic Zayla tribes. The Morinkur was, or has two strings, the male and the female, woven together from the tail hair, of a stallion and a mare, respectively. How neat. I guess that's what we were listening to just now. Yeah, we read all this. Then, moving on. Oh, we got another gift. Oh no, I forgot to turn on the music. Oops. I turned it off so we could listen to the in-game music, which isn't like the soundtrack thing. I turned that to 0. So now we're getting this without any music. At the risk of sounding impatient, we have certain pressing obligations. It is time we saw to them. You are right. To whom much is given, much is expected. Nay, do not think yourself so indebted to us. Was it not you who gave us your blessing to participate in the Nodum, and you who saved my lord Hien from certain deaths? Doma is in your debt, and will ever be a friend to them all. And we to you, Gosetsu. A thought occurs to me. If you wish to return to Yanksha with all haste, the passage to the south of the Dust Throne would offer the most direct route. The Rotal sealed it with their magics during the Doan Rebellion, when more men in iron came from afar. Okay. So yeah, that was actually like diegetic Dotarli magic that we saw. If ever there were a time to open the path, it is now. We should journey to Total Ha. But before that, might we visit the Dawn Throne? I wish to speak with our most radiant brother. Are you sure that's a good idea? I know he agreed to fight for Doma, but I doubt he'll be very happy to see us so soon after we beat him. Yeah, it'll be funny. Rub his nose in it. Nama made us for war, Lise. Ever since we came into this world, we have fought. In the Nodum, blood was shed, and lives were lost. Brown earth was stained crimson, and Zayla wept. The crimson is the dusk and the dawn, death and rebirth, an ending to mark a new beginning. We who are born are destined to die. As the seasons turn, we are born again. Thus spoke the first. So you see, we harbor no hatreds. The Nodum is the Nodum, and what comes after is what comes after. Right. That's what it is, I guess, answering the question immediately. This is this and that is that, or something. It's a pretty vague answer, I guess, but it kind of makes sense, like given everything that we've experienced, even if it's hard to put into words. If you say so, the Dawn Throne first, then. Yes, and I shall accompany you. Okay, let's get the music back on. Not even the quest acceptance music. And... where is it? There it is. Kind of an awkward cutscene in silence, but I guess that's what the characters would have heard in world. Just silence. No wait, let's actually fly there after all. We didn't really do a flyover of the area after getting flight unlocked. And again, everything seems so much smaller when you can fly. It's neat, but it's also... well, it makes the world seem smaller, I guess. Just switching to Summoner to get the experience on that. We should get a decent chunk when we actually finish the map. You can't actually stand on these, can you? No. I guess they're too, well, they're not solid enough to stand on. They're waving in the wind, beautifully. And there's the Dawn Throne, counterpart to the Dust Throne. I guess I left it in disrepair or something. What did it used to look like? Was it also, like, held up like that? And was it always here, or did it, like, move? Because that one's just over there, facing to the right, and this one's facing to the left, and... I don't know, just the architecture, I'm not sure, like... why it would have been built, or... well, why that location. And why the size and everything. Didn't really get much lore about it, or lore about the Dust Throne, or the Dawn Throne for that matter. Like when it was built and by which tribe or whatever. Oh, is this? I think this might be this place, the waste, the broom? No, the... oh, what's this place called? I don't remember the name. But it might be that. The color looks about right. Or it could just be more desert. This is also part of our wrapping up on this part of the map before we move on. Just filling out the map and getting the experience points. And then this whole thing, which is nothing right now, but will be something later. Way later. When we get to it. Okay, so that was 720,000 experience, so yeah, that was a huge chunk for this class. Probably best that we get that last huge chunk on our highest level class to get the maximum amount of experience points. We can still attune to the Aether, right? Even though it's nothing right now. Oh, that's not right. Okay, I guess we can teleport back now. So much smaller. I found him quite intimidating before, but perhaps it will be easier this time. Yeah, we're the leaders. He has to serve us now. We'll make him milk the beasts. No, wait, milk the breasts. Just like that, eh? Not that I expected them to put up a fight. Let us hope we do not find our most radiant friend in a foul mood. There are fewer here than I remember. Did they, like, move out? I mean, there was, like, the one guy standing on the left, but... there's still all the guys out here, right? This is basically like the Ornir's home. I don't see like any other home that they have. Well, this guy's still here. And is he still uppity about talking to us? Only men may be of the Baduga. Such is the god's will, and so we take from others fresh blood to sustain our tribe. Alas, our strength wanes. So too does our ability to sustain ourselves. Alliances become necessary, such as ours with the Ornir. We two are allies now, I suppose. But who can say what tomorrow will bring? Well, at least he's talking to us, I guess. The sun is disinclined to entertain you at length. Speak your purpose in coming. That's an attitude. Humble as ever. You know that chair isn't yours anymore. Should I be humble in the presence of inferiors? I am a child of Azim, and you are not. Your triumph in the Nadam does not raise you to such heights. Oh, I guess that guy is like a plot point that he's missing. Batu will not be joining us. He was wounded in the Nodum. His hurts are grave, and he requires rest. But he will walk again in time. Though it is no business of yours, such pity does not become a Han. We are not allies, traveler, far from it. The Nodum will come again, and with it our rule. Okay, but at least for now you have to be subservient to us. Come on, get out of the chair, let me sit in it. We probably don't fill it out as well as you, but I'm sure it'll be funny. Seeing a tiny Lalafell sitting on the Dawn Throne. Actually, is that a thing that we can do? I'm pretty sure no matter what. Magnai's NPC model, no matter what point you are in the story, he'll always be sitting here for one reason or another, and you don't get the chance to do like G-pose in the throne. Even though it's like, well, it's a prime spot for that kind of thing. There are probably ways to remove his character model, whether with the game's in-game tools or with modding or whatever. But who cares? I say again, why have you come? To bid us surrender the Dawn Throne to the mole? Yeah, give us a chair. Nay, the mole are beholden to the will of the gods. The gods, and they would not have us reside here. The Ornir and the Beduga may remain. And one sec while I mute the mic and cough. Alright. We are for Yangsha, and wish to speak of your part in the coming war. The Domans and the Iron Men, I remember our pact. Sound the call and the Ornir will answer. Full glad am I to hear it. We have preparations to attend to, but we'll send for you soon. The gods are kind. I am sure the Ornir will prove a great boon in the days to come. What? What was that look for? Oh no. Of the dusk, a maiden gentle and ethereal, a dancer in the morning mist, and a warrior besides. Look into my eyes, child. See you, Azim? Are you my Nama? I know not of what you speak, Brother Magnai, but I'm certain you're mistaken. Quite. Shot down. We should get going, right now. Yep, right now. Hang in there, Magnai. You and your fancy chair. Am I fated to live my life as a sun without a moon? Is there no Nama for me? Yeah, maybe. Okay, and next over to Dotolha, which we can't teleport to, but we can fly now. Didn't really have this kind of weather the first time we went here. Everything was just kind of grey in Dotolha. It was like dusty and the fog and all the sand all around. Didn't even notice that there was like grass this green on the ground first time we were here. How long has it been since I gave Gesser to the sands? Is there aught left of him now, I wonder? Ah, Dotolha, better late than never. The dry wind from the desert reminds me of home. As daunting as I found it to speak with Brother Magnai, it is nothing compared to the fear I feel at the thought of the approaching Sadu Hatun. Yeah. Or not of approaching Sadu Hatun. Minor grammatical mistake. My worst enemy. the Han and her warriors. Greetings, my lady. We come to you on our journey south, down for Yangsha, where our comrades await us. How fare you and yours in the wake of the Nodum? Many were wounded, some few to the death. Resplendent were their souls in the chaos. It was a good battle, a good day to die. Soon we will greet them again. And mayhap one who went before them also. Guess her seed has quickened in his lover. When the child is born, we shall see who waits behind its eyes. Already we must look to the next Nodum. We must grow strong of body and mind, and your war will help us do so. Say the word, and we will fly to the field. I guess it's just their way of life, even if it's not their battle. Of that I have no doubt, for you are Dodal. There is one more thing we would ask of you. The magics you use to seal the passage to the south. Will you unmake them? If that be your wish. When next we come together, it will be on a great battlefield against a common foe. I trust you will fight with the same fervor you demonstrated during the Nodum. Huh, and you, Ancient One, will be the demon I know you to be. Aught less would be a disappointment. Okay, and we leave fast. That's that wrapped up. Do not fail to call on us, Han. The Preening Prince and his little yellow band will not kill half as many Iron Men as we Dal. We'll see about that. Alright, and we will be ready to move on to the next area after this quest. Well, we'll be allowed to, but we'll be ready as soon as we're done wrapping up one more thing here. So this path leads back to Yangsha, back to Doma and the others. It's so easy to forget why we're doing all this. I mean, yeah, we're literally on the other side of the world, involved in some other thing with Doma, and then we went to the other side of Orthard to get involved with some other guys that had nothing to do with Doma, basically. So easy to forget. I dare say that woman has never known a single regret. I envy her. I will miss this place. Though my heart belongs to Doma, the steppe and her people will always be dear to me. Sadu Hatun has done her part. This passage will deliver you to Doma. It is here we must part ways, until the day you call us to battle. It won't be long, I know, but take care of yourself, Siona, and tell your grandmother and the others again how much we appreciate everything they did for us. And thanks for the grub, the sandwich, or whatever food she made we never learned. I will. Oh, I nearly forgot. I have another gift for you. Oh, it's a red, wait, is this a banner of the Mole Tribe? It is not the most practical of gifts, but we nevertheless wish to present it to you. I do not fully understand what has befallen Doma, or your homeland niece, but I do understand that you and yours have suffered terribly. The Mole place their faith in the gods, and in turn they shepherd us. They watch over and keep us. We pray they show you the same fervor. As it was in the Nodum, blood will be shed, and your lands will be engulfed in a storm of fire and steel. As it did here, it shall mark a new beginning there. It all ties back to the storm of blood. May you ever walk in crimson, for in crimson there is life, there is liberation. The reasons people fight. Something like that. Thank you for your prayers, Siona. We shall remember them. Until we meet again. That's a neat shot. Wide open sky. Right, the banner, another house decoration. I also have that in my the apartment for my main character. Let's go. Everyone is waiting for us back at the House of the Fierce. I wonder what you will have to say when we tell of our adventures. And as we're about to walk over there and talk to Hien and like everyone move together back into Yangsha, Komori hears a call from way over here, someone asking for her help. The adventurer sense pointing her in this direction. Now is probably the only time we can really do. Wait, what's this? Huh? What is that? Oh, I see. That's for later. Way later. We'll worry about that later. That is a thing we have to do to, like, clean up over here. I guess we could do it now. Well, for now we're doing this. I guess we could have done this quest while I was still over here for the main quest we just did when we talked to Sadu, but just wanted to get that cutscene where we wrapped up with Sirna. And now we are doing this one. This is the intersection quest, or whatever you would call it, between what we did for the Aether Current quest over here and the Aether Current quest over here. So I just wanted to wrap that up. You're a friend of Mochi's, yes? He has been looking for you. He said he wanted to discuss something he heard from the Uyage with you. Go and speak with him whenever you have the chance. That's the same. Paladin Malafel, neat look. Oh, is this guy doing the same quest? Another intersection quest enjoyer? Maybe not. That might have been like a different quest. Komori, just who I had been looking for. I require your help. Thanks to you, I have awoken my true potential. However, I have begun to feel that I need something to aid me in my training. Just as I was wondering what it could be that I require, I heard of a master culinarian who plies his trade at the Dawn Throne. They say his cooking is so good it can cure illnesses. Apparently it also helps warriors gain that extra bit of strength. Just what I need, would you not agree? However, our tribes are not on good terms. Yeah, the Oranir and the Dottal. I simply cannot simply walk up to him and ask for his help. For starters, I do not even know his name. I do not suppose you know anything more about him. We know all about him, but we also forgot his name. He is a weakling. He is a weakling named Esujin. Could you introduce me to him? Thank you. I doubt I could have met him otherwise, considering the bad blood between our tribes. Meet me below the Dawn Throne. I like that option. Chance to be rude, but also progress the plot. He said beneath the Dawn Throne, so I'd be like under this, but he did say beneath, right? Below, Seems like there was like a hunt in here recently. I have like a link pearl for doing hunts on my main character. A group chat, basically. Oh, there you are. His model disappeared from standing here. I noticed when we walked out of the Dawn Throne while we were heading over to Sadu this episode. He still wasn't here, but I guess for the quest he comes back. Komori, it's so nice to see you again. I trust you have been well. That soup did just the trick. Kuzuku beat me without breaking a sweat. As a result, I've been able to continue cooking, so things have ultimately worked out quite well. But my apologies for going on about myself. Is there something you would ask of me? You're a weakling. I see. I was aware Kuzuku had been telling people about my cooking, but to think his stories managed to reach even the Uyuhir. If I am to help this Dotaro, then I will need to do it in secret. If my fellow Oranir knew I was helping the enemy, there's no telling what they might do to me. Yeah, I think we could have done this quest even before the Nodum, so that would have been like a huge weird plot point. And also Hushal is on the right side of the screen, staring at us very intently, because he can definitely hear us. Now that I think of it, there was a dish I had wanted to try making. Yes, if only I had some bear's meat. I wonder if some kindly soul would be able to bring me some. Perhaps someone stood nearby at this very moment. Oh, woe is me. You heard him, Hushal. Chop chop, get to it. No, I guess he means us. They always mean us. Well, you heard what I need. I will be waiting here for you. Next time it's your turn, Hushal. It shouldn't take too long. The question is whether it'll take long enough that we actually run out of daylight when we move on to the next area and have that big cutscene introducing the area. Is Esujin willing to help? He needs Boris meat, does he? That should be no problem. It is certainly nice to know. There's some Ornu willing to help those from rival tribes. I thought it's still killing me. Gonna mute. Okay. Let us split up and slay several bars. It should prove to be good training. Meet me here once you are finished. Well, at least we're getting someone else to do some of the work. I mean, he should be doing the work. It was his request. I wonder what the inside looks like. Other than just like the stairs that go up, it has to be plenty of stuff in there, right? Maybe like farms even? Well, no. It's too dark and there's no windows. Is it just like empty storage space or something? Or more like housing quarters? We saw them already at the top. The tents and everything. Let's see what this animation looks like. I never really get a good look of the full animation while nothing else is going on. Cool flip. So nice, you get it twice. And we meet back there, right? Like he said. Yeah, I guess he can't, like, meet us at the top of the place, because he's not welcome there. Even after the Naughtum, I guess. But we're the Han. We should be able to say, like, let everyone live up there or something. I mean, it's, like, for everyone, right? The throne is supposed to be, like, belonging to the people that win the Naughtum, so it's still kind of weird that only the Baduga and the Oranir are the ones allowed here. Even after that part in the story. But of course, Final Fantasy XIV is an online video game, so they can't change the position of NPCs and tents and whatever else so easily. How many bars were you able to say? 3. Did you do better? Please don't say you did better. That'd be embarrassing. Oh, we only need to dispatch that many, did we? You made no mention of a number, so I went ahead and said 5 of them. Damn. With his bare fist, no less. Well, Esujin will not want for ingredients. This errand has further convinced me that I might re-embark, or that I was right to re-embark. No, I keep on putting the R from right into embark. I was right to embark on my current path. I could never have fought those beasts with a sword. But I must become even stronger. I'm certain Esujin's cooking is key to this. Make sure he knows how serious I am about bettering myself. This will actually be my first time eating non-Dotali cuisine. I wonder what kind of meal he's going to prepare for me. It can't be that different, right? I mean, they're so close to each other. Could their culinary cultures have bifurcated so drastically? I mean, they eat the same food, like from the same sources, probably. I guess there are some differences. Oh, how nice life must be for those who have Bara's meat readily available. Yeah, here's 8 of your meats. I must say I was not expecting this much meat. Your friend must have quite an appetite. He is also correct in thinking that your diet is ultimately what determines how strong you become. Truly, I have never encountered someone so keen to eat my cooking before. I will bring the food to you once I am done preparing it. Please wait for me with the young Dotal. I will deliver the cooking to you myself once it is ready. No tables here. Guess we'll just have a little picnic. Right on the ground. Esujin is going to deliver the food to us himself. That's good to know. I'm so hungry, I'm not sure I have the strength to move from this spot. Get it while it's still hot. Ah, is this your Dotali friend? You must be the cook I've heard so much about. My name is Mochi. I'm very much looking forward to sampling your cooking. I assure you it is nothing special. Bara's meat is low in fat, which makes it perfect for those wishing to gain muscle. It is quite simple, really. Interesting. I had thought all kinds of meat would be equally beneficial, but clearly I was wrong. Your knowledge is unparalleled. Like the only guy other than that one kid that respects Gasun and his cooking. You flatter me. You are much more worthy of respect. Not many Zayla are capable of slaying so many Baras and remaining unscathed. Please, eat up before the food goes cold. Ah, that was exactly what I needed. I feel stronger already. Nothing brings me more joy than to see others enjoy my work. Bring me the ingredients and I will gladly make this for you again. I have long wished to try my hand at a variety of Bara's dishes, but I'm too weak to hunt them myself. I know how you feel only too well. I was one of the weakest warriors in Total Ha before Komori showed me where my talents lay. We're doing it. We're intersecting the quests. Why don't we go hunting together sometime? Perhaps I can help you discover a new way of fighting that suits you, just like Komori did for me. Is that a date? Could it be? Romance in the air? That sounds fantastic. Thank you, Mochi. I never imagined the day would come where I would make a Dotali friend. Perhaps more. It seems I must thank you once again, Komori. I have a feeling my friendship with Esujin is going to be most enjoyable. I'm truly starting to think there is something about you that changes your friend's lives for the better. And off they go. Actually, I thought this would be an intersection quest line. Sometimes it is that, but I think... Yeah, I guess it's the same thing as what we did over in Yanxia. That intersection quest was only one quest. But I'm pretty sure they do expand on that in later expansions. Are they still around to talk to? Or did their NPCs disappear forever from the world? Okay, they might have disappeared. They're just, I don't know, hiding out somewhere, having some gay sex or something. Well, I guess I'm not complaining. We still have some decent daylight out for this next thing. I'll get like a panoramic shot for the thumbnail and we'll get a decent amount of time to do some story over in the new part of the world. Well, the old part of the world that we've already been to but couldn't cross over to. But this thing, we'd have to do we'd have to be a gathering or other class. But this is society stuff, and I've committed to doing that, like starting those, after we do the main story. It'll be fine, not foundering the Mazu in the middle of the desert, for like several days later, after we complete Stormblood. I guess it's gonna take maybe even weeks or months, I don't really know, but it'll be fine. Right then, to the House of the Fierce, with me, my friends. Yeah, sorry to keep you guys waiting. It was just very important that we set up those guys on a gay date. They basically said, I'll cook for you every day, that old line. Remind me, what part of Yangsha is this again? The north part, whatever that is. Ah, this air fills my breath. These sounds which resound in my ears. I'm home. Quite a look. Not terrible weather. I have not used this road before, but I recognize this place. The House of the Fierce should lie somewhere to the south. I will go on ahead and inform the sentries of our master's return. I guess we don't actually get the whole song and dance this time. Yeah, because we already entered this area to the south, so we don't get the cutscene showing the panoramic landscape and everything. And we also have flying unlocked, so that's kind of awkward. Let's try to walk a bit. Enjoy the path in front of us. As much of the path that remains intact, I guess. What are these crystals? They're not salt, are they? Like magic salt? Oh right, we're getting experience for this. There we go. And it'll be a while before the next thing. No, wait. What is like the proper path into this area? I think we did take the proper path, it just goes off the path now. Yeah, no path here. Oh right, this is supposed to be their secret base of operations. It'd be weird if there was a path. Huh, I didn't realize there was another entrance. Here we are. I wonder if they are all gathered inside, waiting. Perhaps expecting a speech or some such. What, do you have one prepared? Well, no matter. I shall have to do what I shall have to do.
Brothers and sisters, pray forgive me my absence. It has been far too long.
Lord Hien. Gosetsu told us of your trials and tribulations on the steppe. Would that I'd been present to witness your victory, my lord.
Our victory, Yugiri, owed as much to each of my stalwart comrades as it did to me. Now rise. I will not suffer this excess of formality any longer. Alphinaud and Alizé Levieux, I presume. I'm told we owe you much. It is a pleasure to meet you both.
The pleasure is ours, Lord Hien. Though we were born and raised a world apart, our values are one and the same. Freedom, justice, liberty. Each of which Doma shall soon enjoy once more.
Hopefully. I understand you have brought an army.
Indeed. The Zayla tribes of the Azim Steppe have pledged their military might to the cause.
Good. We, meanwhile, have secured the support of the Confederacy and a not insignificant number of your countrymen. The Blue Kojin, too, have expressed a willingness to join the fight, provided you agree to certain trade agreements following the liberation of Doma.
Wow, they've been busy.
The shinobi will render what aid they can. However, Suino Sato refused to answer our call.
No matter. What forces we have amassed far exceed my original expectations. You have my thanks.
You should know that Xenos departed Doma not long after you left to find Lord Hien. We know not the reason why, but it would seem he was eager to return to Gir Abania.
What? Have you heard anything from the Resistance? There hasn't been another attack, has there?
Tataru assures me they are quite well. You need not worry. If anything, this turn of events would seem to be to our advantage.
But there the good news ends. Yotsuyu retains her position as acting viceroy, and we have reports that the garrison at Doma Castle is preparing for a massive operation. We suspect that the Empire's attempt to eliminate you on the steppe may have been a prelude to a larger effort to purge the remaining pockets of resistance within Doma.
The hour of reckoning is upon us.
Getting right into it. Confident. Then victory will soon be ours.
The Han has spoken, and I, for one, am not inclined to argue. In this place, in this moment, I call upon you all. 25 years of oppression, of tyranny, of shame. It ends with us. We will prevail.
It's kind of hard to imagine it when we first came here. We came here to help this resistance after we failed in Girabania. On paper it sounds kind of preposterous that you would win a rebellion on the opposite side of the world, which isn't even your home turf, when you succinctly failed the first time. After everything that we've been through, it just kind of happened so quickly, and it feels natural enough, I guess. As natural as it can on this, well, in this part of the world, again. It still feels weird that we're going all the way here after Girabania, but when you take things one step at a time, I guess it feels a little bit more natural. So, have we got a plan? Tell me someone's got a plan. I don't know, we just spoke confidently. That's our job. Someone else's job is to come up with the plans. All is in place. We need but commit to action and see it through to the end. Anything new from Haname? I know Lord Hien only by name and reputation, or knew Lord Hien only by name and reputation until today. There is no denying that he has a presence. True. I guess we had a similar experience until we actually met the guy. I have tried to hone my skills in preparation for this day. I have no burning desire to spill blood. But if I must, then so be it. While you were away, others came unto us, eager to pledge themselves to the cause. And I was only the beginning. Wait, what about... Can we do this yet? Not this episode, but I'll think about it. Not that I doubted you for a moment, but I'm relieved to see him returned. Lord Hien has returned. Lord Hien has returned, and together we will drive the Imperials out of Doma once and for all. Yeah, things are really picking up speed now. Oh, just a merchant. No time to soak in it. We have work to do. Okay. Once more, welcome back. It is good to see you again, Cowboy. Ah yes, there's another recent development we neglected to share with you. Alice and I have been hard at work attempting to restore the Aetherite here to its former glory, and I am pleased to inform you that we succeeded. Suffice it to say, it should prove a boon for travel. Well, for those replete with anima like you at least. Okay, yeah. This is like one of the only lines that kind of make reference to the functionality of teleportation. Anima is like a thing that lets you teleport, and it was a system in Final Fantasy XIV 1.0, the first iteration of the game that doesn't exist anymore. It was like an actual gameplay thing where you needed anima to teleport places, and you had a certain amount. And I guess in lore the idea is adventurers have a lot of it so they can teleport around wherever they want. But then regular NPCs can't do it as much, even though we've seen characters like Y'shtola and others be able to do it. But then I guess characters like Y'shtola are maybe more resplendent or more replete with anima, like Alphinaud is saying. The thing is, I don't think they go into much detail other than this, though. This is like the one line that I saw in an online poster somewhere else that tried to explain what exactly the rules of teleportation are in this game. Feels kind of weird that we don't really get an explanation. I mean, it's just such a useful tool. And of course, now that this aetheryte is repaired, or rather the other way around, now that we're here in the north part of Yangsha, the aetheryte is repaired, but that means we're actually in a different place, like in-game, than we were when we were here in the House of the Fierce the first time. Because when we were here first, we didn't have flying, and anything that we could explore was basically just blocked off. It was a little trick the game did, I believe, by just making a separate instanced area where there was none of this. Or it could just be that they sealed off the doors and the aetheryte was like a different model or something, but I'm pretty sure it was like a different sealed off instance or something like that, where other players couldn't enter into. I mean, we still got this guy teleporting us to like over to this side and then we swim under and over. But I'm pretty sure it was like an instance, I think. The main thing that makes me think that is there were like shards of the aetheryte around that you could jump around on over here. And usually physical things like that can't exist in for two players, like for Celine here. If I were still in the old version of the House of the Fierce and jumped on some rubble over here, Celine would see me floating because they're actually like further in the story. So I don't think that can happen, and I guess that's the reason I think, the only reason I think it's an instance when you come here the first time. But I think it's a good enough reason. Who cares? I imagine you are eager to hear the particulars of our plan. Allow me a moment to gather everyone's attention.
If all are in agreement, I will outline my plan to retake Doma Castle. First, Lise and the Doman Irregulars will conduct a series of raids against Imperial targets throughout the surrounding area, with the aim of drawing the garrison's attention. Shortly thereafter, our Zayla allies will launch a surprise attack on the castle's airborne defenses. In this way, we will prevent the enemy's airships from rendering support and cut off one means of escape. Alize and I, together with the shinobi, will exploit the ensuing chaos to infiltrate the moon gates and disable the Magitech field generators. Once the barrier is down, we will be free to cross the One River and reach Doma Castle. It is at this point that we must turn to our Confederate and Kojin allies. They will commence to bombard the castle with cannon fire, while sailing west towards the Doman Enclave.
Wait, the Enclave? Why would you want them to sail away from the castle?
Because the Enclave is home to countless civilians. Once pressed, the Imperials may well think to take them hostage, and I would fain forestall any such attempt. After we have secured the Enclave, we may lay siege to Doma Castle directly. The main strength of the Doman Liberation Front, under Lord Hien's command, shall be committed to this endeavor, as will you and your redoubtable allies.
Yes, our redoubtable allies, by which he means some randos that we get through Duty Finder. For the most part, but we do actually have duty support this time, so I wonder who it's gonna be. I guess it might even be just some random characters. When I think about it, a lot of these main characters are gonna be busy with story stuff, so they won't actually be available to help us during the dungeon. But if they are, then I will do duty support. If it's rando NPCs, then I guess I might as well do some duty finder with real people.
The rest is simple. We scour the castle for the Viceroy, we find her, and we subdue her. Without their leader, what remains of the Imperials' morale will crumble, and they will surrender or attempt to flee. And Doma will be free. Your thoughts, Lord Hien? If any points were unclear or gave you cause for concern, I should be glad to go over them with you.
No, he's just sleeping.
Nay, 'tis a fine plan. You have a talent for this. That much is plain. We shall carry out Alphinaud's plan to the letter. Time is of the essence, as you know, so let us each see to our respective preparations. Carry on.
Respective preparations, yeah. I think as part of our preparations, we will actually, if I can, I'm pretty sure I can, finish up with this quest over in Namai, the last part of the ninja job line. We can call it our preparation, our training for the upcoming revolution. Looks like I'll be heading to Namai. Wish me luck. Us too. But we'll do that in the next episode, I think. I am told Siona fought with you in the Nodum. I would not have taken her for a warrior. Appearances can indeed be deceiving. Alright, the rando NPCs are going to be the same. As for how best to infiltrate the moon gates, hard at work. This may be our final chance to win Doma her freedom. We dare not take any chances, for if we fail. Don't finish that thought. Okay. There is no shortage of tasks which must needs be completed before we can launch our attack. If you have a moment, perhaps you could lend a hand. That said, I've only just returned. It would be better for you to speak with Alphinaud to find out how you might be of service. Much has changed in my absence. The state of the Enclave in particular concerns me. But it would seem Alphinaud understands the importance of ensuring their safety. You Scions are no ordinary mercenaries, that much is plain. Yeah, we're heroes. Trying to keep busy? Full glad am I to hear it. There is one task which comes to mind. As I explained during my briefing, Elise and I will need to infiltrate the moon gates to disable the Magitech field generators. Though I pride myself on my knowledge of various subjects, I must confess I lack confidence in my knowledge of this particular one, which is why I turned to an expert. Oh, gotta get Sid involved somehow. I've been conversing with Sid via Tataru, attempting to ascertain the design of the generators based on our limited intelligence. Most recently... gonna mute again to cough. Okay. Most recently, he sent a parcel with some documents which he believes may be of use. I would like for you to go to Kugane and bring them back here. In the meantime, I will continue to work with our shinobi allies to plot a passage into the gates. Safe travels, Komori, and thank you again. And off they go. Alright, we'll do this little fetch quest, and then probably after this, we'll do our own preparation with the shinobi over in Yangsha, or in Namai. What's this red quest? Oh, these, I see. Well, 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 what a pleasant surprise this is. Komori, what are you doing here? I thought you were off fighting nomads on the Azim Steppe. Oh, you heard about that? Oh, you beat them. Good show. A shame I didn't get to see it. Alphinaud has been keeping me apprised of the situation in Doma. I may not be any good in a physical fight, but in a paperwork fight, I'm the true Han. Yeah. You're the true Han, Tataru. Now Tataru got her groove back. Sounds like a fun one. You're here for the parcel Sid sent, right? Wait a moment, and it will be right out. Oh, what, did she become the head honcho while we were away? It arrived not long ago. A porter delivered it to our offices, along with various other knickknacks from Eorzea. Sid regrets that he couldn't come here in person. Alas, his hunt for the dragon and Omega demands his full attention, you see. Still, he was reasonably confident that the documents he provided would be enough for Alphinaud to do the work himself. So as soon as that parcel gets here, we can open it up and see what's inside. Pardon my interruption, but the parcel in question, was it the one you placed on the shelf in the back for safekeeping? I believe so, yes. Why do you ask? Well, you see, on closer inspection, said parcel appears to have been addressed to the Sekisegumi barracks. Though it does indeed bulge with a quantity of paper reminiscent of a rather large instruction manual, the lingering scent of lilac leads me to conclude it is in fact a sizable collection of love letters. Can we read them? I want to read them. What? But impossible. That porter was carrying a parcel addressed to us. I saw the writing with my own eyes. Oh, I do not doubt that in the least. However, as he was tasked with a number of deliveries, I can only presume that he handed you another parcel by mistake. This is a disaster. We have to find that porter right this instant. Now she can move quickly when she has a mind to do so. So quickly she neglected to take these love letters with her. They must be redirected to their rightful recipient. They should also aid you in tracking down the right porter. They keep records of their deliveries and so forth, after all. The man in question was of middling height and build, not unlike myself. Black hair, short, terribly helpful in Kugane, I know. A cheery sort, wearing bright colors, as I recall. I will send a few of my men out to search, but in the meantime, why don't you take the parcel and see if you can't track him down yourself. I will wait here, on the off chance he realizes his mistake and returns. Okay. Still being lazy and, commanding, Hancock, even if you're not the head honcho anymore. Short black hair, light-colored garments, in all other respects, not unlike myself. But then, I'm so terribly unremarkable, am I not? Yeah. You're a character, Hancock. Over in that section. Funny we're having this little intermission right before the war. But I guess it kind of breaks up the story. If it was like immediately into the war right after the stuff with the Nadam, then I guess it'd feel a little bit too fast. Hey you, yeah you came by the Ruby Bazaar earlier, right? Where's my parcel? Why are you yelling at me? Who are you? You got the wrong guy, Totoro. I appreciate the gusto, though. Thoticus Maximus, not the one we're looking for. Wouldn't be back here, right? I'm pretty sure the main story... Okay, it does take us over here. I'm surprised. Good evening to you, miss, but I have no time to chat. I have to head to the Bokairo. Or was it the hostelry? No time. Lilac-scented love letter. Letter is perhaps a charitable description, as the weight of this parcel rather suggests a lengthy treatise on why a certain Sekisegumi ought to accept the undying affections of a certain admirer. I recognize that parcel. I delivered it to the Ruby Bazaar not that long ago. What of it? It's not ours. A mistake? For the Sekisegumi, you say? You suck. You suck at your job. Bah, you're right. How stupid of me. Fortunately, I have yet to visit the barracks. This is for you, yes? I'll take the others in exchange. Okay. We're docking your pay for this. I must remember to be more careful. The last thing I need is to be cursed by my customers. Cursed by your customers, you say? A curse. A curse upon you. You entreat dark forces to visit a terrible fate upon the overworked porter. There. We can't actually dock his pay, but we can do that little thing. Oh, where'd she go off to? Oh, is she back over here? Thought she'd still be interrogating that random passerby. Greetings, honored madam. We don't have to read that, right? It's always the same. This guy doesn't even have a name. Back already? Totoro is as well. She couldn't find the porter, in case you're wondering. I'm sorry, I couldn't find him. I guess we just have to hope he realizes his mistake and returns soon. Don't worry, we did it. Though this parcel weighs no less than the other, it lacks the scent of lilac, and is therefore much less likely to contain someone's misdirected woo. That's it. That's the parcel. You found him. Though, knowing our luck, Sid put the wrong papers in here. Nope, this is it. These are the documents detailing the operation of the Magitech field generators Alvinode requested. I can only imagine what would have happened had we sent Komoy back to Doma with a parcel full of love letters. The look on Alvinode's face when he reads the first page. On second thought, I'm a little disappointed we didn't. Yeah, me too. Everyone's working so hard to fight for Doma's freedom, and here I am, making the same silly mistakes. It won't happen again, Komoy, and I'll keep working hard to bring you and the others useful information. If we hear anything new, we'll contact you straight away. Oh, and you may be pleased to hear that we have brokered an arrangement between the company and the Confederacy. They require armaments, we provide, discreetly and at a reasonable price. I'm sure Lord Lolorito was pleased to hear it. Indeed he was, indeed he was. Well, it seems our time together is at an end. Give Alfinode and Elise my regard, will you? Fun little side story. We've got eyes on the Guardian Embassy, just so you know. If we notice anything suspicious, you'll be the first to hear about it. I can see it now. Confederate ships sailing up the One River, equipped with the finest Lominson-made cannons, provided by the East Alkmaar Trading Company. The world is not as big as it once was, my friend. Yeah, especially after you unlock flying. And teleportation. Wonder what that says. Alright, let's turn this in and call it an episode. You have returned from Kugane? How fares Tataru? I guess we're not answering. Very rude of us. Oh, it seems like just yesterday you were here. Our plans proceed apace. Do you have the documents? Just yesterday? Wait. How much time has passed between doing this quest and all that? It seems like... I don't know. Was there supposed to be a huge amount of time that passed? Did I miss my chance to, like, canonically loop in doing the ninja job quest, like, in a place that makes sense? I think it'll make sense next episode too. We'll see. Never one to take undue risks, it would seem Sid thought it best to send Alfinode a massive manual detailing the operation of a Magitech field generator to ensure that the boy was prepared for every eventuality, or possibly to see if he would read the entire thing or simply give up and whack the generator with a wrench, which works 9 times out of 10 anyway. Sometimes they have fun. Excellent. This looks to be exactly what we need. Assuming our shinobi escort can see us safely inside the moon gates, I should have no trouble deactivating the barrier. Good, good. That is one less thing to worry about. Okay. And you keep worrying about other things, which will help you with eventually, but I think in the next episode we will actually go back here and take on this quest, if I do remember correctly that we can do it now. They told us which quest we had to do in order for us to continue on the job quest, but I don't remember the name of it. I think it was something we did already though. We'll see. That would be a good time to take a break.